New this morning, the City of Charlotte's Jobs and Economic Development Committee voted 3-1 to recommend an outdoor entertainment venue to be built on the new Eastland Yards property.
It's being called QC East, and it was one of two options the committee was considering. As we've told you, QC East is the nearly $83 million entertainment district, the soccer academy, esports venue, and amphitheater venue known as the Hub. The other option the committee was looking at was the Eastland Yards indoor sports complex. Developer Tim Satima evaluated the proposals for three things, including probability of success, timing of completion, and food and beverage components.
But as I evaluate independently, without a dog in the fight, as I go through and evaluate based on those three principles, the QC East proposal, I think, has a higher probability of success.
The proposal now heads to the full City Council for a vote, and that will happen on Monday, August 28th.